Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company in the commentary box today is, of course, Stuart Robson. And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. It is AZ, and they face CFR Cluj.
Well, thanks, Derek. The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today.
Well, the wingers will be key here. They have to choose the right time to give width and the right time to come infield to support the centre forward. If they can do that, they're a potent front three. No doubt about that.
Van Gilis Pavlidis en nummer 11 Jesper Karlsson.
Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors.
Yeah, the same formation and the same sort of game plan. So this will all be about which individuals can get the better of their opponent. This will be a tough battle.
Bedankt en geniet van de wedstrijd.
And the contest begins. Wonderfully weighted pass. Well, it still could be dangerous. And in the end, no damage done. And a no-nonsense clearance. Just not looking confident in possession. Grauvats. Oh, it was a terrible-looking challenge and a big decision for the official here. Well, so early in the game and a red card handed out.
And his manager will be absolutely furious. He's just let everybody down there.
Bruno Martins Indy. It's with Classy. Great pressure to win the ball back. It should be! Well, the keeper wasn't worried in the slightest. And unable to keep possession. Pavlidis. Albert Gudmundsson. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Jonathan Rodriguez. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Targets available, cross comes in. Well, the cross needed to be better than that one. Carlson. And that's an important intervention. Daniel Grauwats. It's with Paun. Just cutting off the supply. Rodriguez. How can he take them on and beat them? Space and time for the cross. The clearance wasn't decisive. Rodriguez. Mateo Sušić. A bit sloppy in possession. Mitsieu. It's with Classy. Evangelos Pavlidis. And a good-looking ball. Well, it comes to nothing in the end. Offside.
Well, he doesn't need to make his movement quite so quickly there. Just let the ball be played into the space.
Grauwats. Alexandru Paun. Camora now. Daniel Grauwats. Well, attacking possibilities. But nothing comes of it. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. All hands on deck. Can they take advantage? It was an excellent example of how to break at pace.
Well, that's counter-attacking football at its best. They switch on so quickly when they win the ball back. It deserved a goal.
And not a great challenge. Free kick here. There to take it away. Jordi Classy. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. And taking it away. Well, not a bad plan of action, but through to the goalkeeper it goes. Jordi Classy. Evangelos Pavlidis. Opportunity in the wide area. And options in the centre. Well, there to intercept. Oh, lovely incisive pass. That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. Daniel Grauwats. Alibek. Takes the shot. And he got to it fairly easily. Albert Gudmundsson. Bruno Martins Indy. Evangelos Pavlidis. And intercepts again. Looking for that final pass, looking for the goal that would put them ahead. Well, sadly, they just couldn't keep possession. And he read it well defensively.
Belangrijke mededeling. Het is niet toegestaan om etensrest op het veld te gooien. We staan niet in voor de gevolgen. Vriendelijk dank.
Now Mitsje. What can they do from here? But ultimately up a cul-de-sac. Camora. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Keeper's ball every day of the week. Bruno Martins Indy. It's with Classy. Mitsje. Albert Gudmundsson. Pavlidis. Oh, and a perfect ball now. How about this? Tremendous defending to stonewall him. Plenty of running room in the wide position. Opportunity to deliver the cross. Wonderful challenge and a throw-in coming up. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw-in here. Ciprian Deac. Oh, that's a really good authoritative tackle. Throw-in here. Good work to regain possession. Can they forge ahead from this corner kick? Let's see. Playing it in, and routine for the keeper in the end. The cross far too close to him. Well, they've won the ball back quickly. Carlson. It's with Classy. Mitsje. And fed forwards. It looks promising. Grauwats. Well, couldn't quite find his teammate. He read the situation defensively and did his job. We can get more details on that injury situation from our man pitch side, Jeff Shreves. Jeff?
Oh, horrible injury to his shoulder there. Landed right on top of it. Sore, but he's tough. I think he'll carry on.
Cheers, Jeff. And a close offside decision as they were threatening. Well, the referee took note of the earlier incident and now issues the yellow card. Daniel Grauwats. And the cross is very much on. Well, sloppy in possession. Well, making high pressing work for them here. And the referee has given them a corner. Over it comes. Not too fussy in clearing his lines. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. It's a neat move. Well, what an opportunity that was.
Well, that's a great chance to open the scoring. It's a poor effort in the end. Well, those stats aren't great reading, are they? Neither side is playing with any fluency so far, and as a result, we've seen a pretty dull game. It has to get better.
Well, play stopped. It is a free kick. Albert Gudmundsson. Carlson. Gudmundsson. Options in the centre. Oh, he's given the ball away unnecessarily. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. And showing fine vision. Well, nothing comes of it. Well, doesn't get away with it. Free kick given. And a yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
Albert Gudmundsson. Carlson. Evangelos Pavlidis. Gudmundsson. Well, it's one pass after another. Pavlidis. Now Mitsjö. Good work to win it back high up the pitch. And continues his run. Still looking to get the shot off. And up for grabs off the keeper. And the keeper put to the test, but he comes through it.
Well, he's so sharp, isn't he? Great first save and then the recovery.
Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Crossing opportunity. Well, that'll be a free kick. Well, straight into the meat of the penalty area. Not really the ideal clearance. Well, that's the end of that for now. A chance to whip it in. Well, there to intercept. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. Grauwats. Well, he could run onto it here. Bruno Martins Indy. Possession changes hands, the interception there. Daniel Grauwats. A danger here as he runs at them. Can he give them the lead? Fantastic work to thwart the danger. Being pressed hard. And play halted, free kick given. Into the box it goes. No-nonsense clearance. So the whistle then. We're up the halfway stage in this match. And the contest begins. Grauwats. Well, so early in the game, and it should be. Well, the keeper wasn't worried in the slightest. It was an excellent example of how to break at pace.
Well, that's counter-attacking football at its best. They switch on so quickly.
That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. Well, nothing comes of it. And the yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a...
And so the second half gets underway. Almost a case of the two teams saying to each other, whatever you can do, I can do just as well. A very good tackle. Oh, nice ball. Dayak. They couldn't maintain possession. Pantelis Hatsidiakos. Pavlidis. Possession changing hands. Jonathan Rodriguez. Useful looking position, you've got to say. But they dealt with the threat posed. This might be ideal for the counter. Good looking sequence. Oh, he's through here. Well, it was such a fluent attack, but they couldn't apply that finishing touch.
Well, not the finish he was looking for, but there's another example of their ability on the counter-attack. Well, they need to be more positive with their passing, make more runs in behind the defence, create overloads in the wide areas, and then we may see an improvement in those stats.
Jordi Claessy. It's with Martin Zinzi. Oh, they've lost it. Grauvats. Oh, he's given the ball away unnecessarily. Carlson. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Bruno Martins Indy. Hatsidiakos has it. Carlson. Well, they couldn't keep it. Alibek. And that was a very fine read. Mitsjö. Gudmundsson. Evangelos Pavlidis. Good tackle. High quality defending. Well, he's lost the ball. Rodriguez. Deak. And the referee blows the whistle. It is a free kick. Evangelos Pavlidis. And it might be. Can he finish? And a goal! They've taken the lead! Well, playing a man short, but that doesn't seem to bother them. We shouldn't be surprised.
Well, first of all, where's the defending? They're all over the place, but give him some credit. That's a good finish. Great composure.
So underway again here, 1-0 the score.
Nummer 21 van James Pavlidis.
Jordi Claessy. Gudmundsson. Now Mitsjö. Using his physical strength to make sure he doesn't lose the ball. Failed to keep hold of it. Ciprian Deak. Daniel Grauvats. Good physical play. Nicely timed tackle. Pavlidis. Albert Gudmundsson. Now they've lost it. Deak. Grauvats. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful. Getting in there to take it away. Jonathan Rodriguez. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? And they deal with the threat this time. Owen Wijndal. Well, can they make one of these passes count? There could be trouble here. He's already been cautioned. Attending to his defensive chores. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Mitsieu. A really effective shielding under pressure and giving it away. Not too fussy in clearing his lines. Mitsieu. Well, possession is the watchword inside their own territory. Jordi Klaasie. Albert Gudmundsson. Pavlidis. Now he must favour the cross. It is to be a throw-in. Possession lost, intercepted. Mateo Sušić. Crossing possibilities. A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Well, they've decided to make a change. That's an effective cross aimed at the back post. Oh, terrific save.
Well, you're absolutely right. That's a top-class save. Just look how he reacts.
And there's the delivery. Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. And he read it well defensively. Plenty of running room in the wide position. It needs an accurate cross. Well read to put an end to that attack. Retaining possession proving difficult. Struggling to keep the ball. It's opening up for them. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Albert Gudmundsson. Jordi Klaasie. Evangelos Pavlidis. Moving the ball effectively. Well, this could pose problems for the defenders. Defended well. And he takes it away. Poor attempt at a pass, really. Mitsjö. It's with Classy. Now Mitsjö. Giving the ball away. An attack full of promise. And a goal to increase their advantage. It's a 2-goal lead now.
Well, here's the replay, and he shows great awareness to play this through ball. And it makes the striker's job so easy. All he has to do is make the right connection. It's a lovely goal.
Well, a second goal for them here. Well, nicely cut out. Well, is it going to end up being productive for them? Has the strength to hang on to it. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Well, he's lost it. He might be able to profit from the wide position. An inability to keep hold of the ball there. Now he must favour the cross. Very good reading of the game to win possession back. Happy to take on the shot. And a decent save. Full credit. Well, not great from the keeper. Well, not the end result he had in mind.
Well, we know he can hit them from that sort of range, but that was a poor effort in the end.
And they will make the change now. Ten minutes to go then. Alibek. And the pass not quite accurate enough. And a throw in then. Wijndal. It's with Classy. Well, it must be mighty annoying when you can't get near the ball. Pavlidis. Albert Gudmundsson. It looks promising, and that's an important intervention. Bodies forward, and the break looks on. Well, that break looked so promising, but nothing coming from it. Going well, but they dealt with the threat posed. Getting through fantastic work here just to keep possession. Valentin Kostaki. So almost at full time, and the home side very much in command. Stuart, what have you made of their overall performance?
Well, I think the scoreline reflects the difference between the two teams. For most of the game, they've dictated the play and they've created some really good chances. I think it's been an excellent performance.
Pavlidis. Well, the timing was perfect. Ball one. 5 minutes to go. A running room in the wide position. Gudmundsson. It's with Classy. Carlson. Will he play it in? Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. Well, the pass not finding its target. Well, strong play here. Clear foul play, and as a result, a free kick forthcoming. And in the event, just a talking to, but could easily have seen yellow. Here it is now, a substitution. Well, thumped clear. Trying to deliver it accurately. And turned onto the woodwork. And relief as the keeper holds on.
Well, he reacts so quickly, doesn't he? That's a great bit of work from him.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that pass. And the referee felt he had to blow the whistle. Well, no card, but the referee making it clear next time there will be one shown. And a decent delivery. So disappointing for them. This is slithering away.
Well, the clock's ticking faster than they would like. I think that had to go in, Derek.
Well, he read that brilliantly at the back. And they could face difficulties here. And making use of his physical strength to hang on to it. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Carlson. And that was a very fine read. Sigurjonsson. Camora on the ball. And that will be all for this game anyway. And defeat for the visitors, much to the disappointment of their supporters.
Well, Derek, they weren't at their best today, both as individuals and as a team. And they didn't deserve anything from the game. Need a much better display next time out.
Well, I think it's fair to say he'll be happy with his own contribution in this game, Stuart.
Well, what more could you ask for? His build-up play was clever, his movement was dynamic, and he scored a couple of goals. What a player he is.
Graovac. Well, so early in the game, and it should be! Well, the keeper wasn't worried in the slightest. It was an excellent example of how to break at pace.
Well, that's counter-attacking football at its best. They switch on so quickly.
That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. Good-looking sequence. Well, it was such a fluent attack, but they couldn't apply that finishing touch.
Well, not the finish he was looking for, but there's another.
Evangelos Pavlidis. And it might be. Can he finish? And a goal! They've taken the lead! Well, playing a man short, but that doesn't seem to bother them. That's an effective cross aimed at the back post. Oh, terrific save.
Well, you're absolutely right. That's a top-class save. Just look how he reacts.
An attack full of promise. And a goal to increase their advantage. It's a 2-goal lead now. And a decent delivery. So disappointing for them. This is slithering away.
Well, the clock's ticking faster than they would like. I think that had to go in, Derek.